Hi there. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and I want to invite you to a virtual meeting of sorts. A virtual meeting? What's that about? Well, I am participating in a 30-day challenge that is hosted by Derral Eves, and it's for YouTube creators to work on their channels, giving us all sorts of hints and leading us through different ways, different things that we can do on our channels to increase subbies, to increase views, to make our videos more interesting, just a whole host of things. I will put a link to his channel in the description box below. So I started out thinking that I was going to write a letter because I like to write letters. And Derral's a very busy person, so that's why this is a virtual meeting in my head. What would it be like if I sat down with Derral at the midpoint of this challenge? It was from May 14th to May 28th is the 2-week midpoint, and it will go, started on May 14th, it'll probably go to the middle of June for 30 days. And in fact, that's one of the prizes that he's offering is a 1-hour consultation. But I'm sitting here going, what would it be like to have a midpoint consultation with Derral? Now, he doesn't know I'm doing this. This is just me talking and sharing with you some of my thoughts. And as I'm talking here, I'm showing you some sketches. I made some little thumbnails. I started out, I was going to write a letter. And then I jotted down all these ideas and thoughts, and I got tired of scripting. So I just started drawing, which is what I do. The.meri.atelier, atelier is a French Latin word that stands for workshop. And I'm an art channel, multimedia, mixed media channel. I'm not a business. I do this for fun. I'm a retired person. So here we are. I'm inviting you to the 30-day challenge, my mid-challenge review. Here's Derral, and he's looking over all, and we're discussing my channel. Here's me. And I sketched me out. I did real fast little sketches. That's what I do. I get my ideas down on paper, sketching. I'm a sketchy sketch person. I like to sketch. So here we are discussing everything. And I have a blue t-shirt on. And he's here sitting in his big red chair. If you watch his video, he usually sits in this big red chair and he has a black t-shirt on. Behind him, he has all these gold YouTube play buttons, all these awards that he's won. So you can see he's a very successful person. So we listen to what he has to say. So he's given us, at this point, 4 challenges. The first challenge was all about accountability. And when I am thinking about accountability on this challenge, I'm giving me an in progress red arrow, which means it's not complete yet. And he discusses in his video where he's talking to us, he tells us what to look for in an accountability partner. He says, surround yourself with people who are successful, who you get these good ideas and these vibes from, and just he's telling you what to look for, somebody who cares about you, who cares about your channel, wants you to succeed. And I'm sitting there going, what do I want in an accountability partner? And I'm thinking this over and I'm going, well, I'm not sure what I want, but I know what I don't want. I don't want a mentor. Derral in this challenge is the mentor of this challenge. I'm not looking for somebody to pour all of their ideas and thoughts and schemes and dreams into me. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a channel manager. I don't want anybody to come and tell me what to do with my channel. I can figure that one out myself. I don't want a boss. So, and I don't want somebody else to have to pour a lot of their time into developing my channel. I'm looking for somebody to bounce ideas off of, to have an approachability of saying, hey, you know, I have this thought, what do you think of it? And not for them to say, Mary, go do this. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, but I have to be honest with you, I haven't found that person yet. So here we are, he's sitting in his big red chair, and we're discussing accountability. And I've got all these little people out here, and he says, you need people. You need people in your life, Mary. And I've got all these question marks because I haven't found the people. I haven't found my people yet. So I'm still looking, and have a question for Derral. How long did it take him to find his people? It surely didn't happen in 2 weeks. Well, he might have found one person in 2 weeks, but I think for you to find somebody that you jive with, that you have all of these attitudes, that they're not a mentor, they're not a manager, they're not trying to control you, but they're approachable. And they'll sit down and give you their best thought on what you're questioning at the time. But what I did do on this challenge was he has 2 groups. He's got a Facebook 30-day challenge group, and he's got a Discord group. And I did join both of those groups. And I haven't thrown any questions to my group out, but I have shared some of my work on my channel with them. So I at least did that part. So I'm in progress on challenge 1. Challenge 2, I gave myself a gold star to complete it. And here we are discussing it. And he's going, I want you to go out and look in your analytics for the 90-day. I want you to find the top 10 videos over the last 90 days. Then I want you to go find the top 10 videos in terms of views of your 48 days. And I did that, and I did it actually twice. I did it for each week. And I found different videos, but they were on the same theme of hints and helps. And I found that very interesting, so I did complete that. That was not a hard challenge to do. Challenge 3 was a good one, because here I am with my mouth wide open like, here I am with my white hair and my glasses, and I'm going, it was just a quick tip, and you want us to do all this work? And Derral's sitting up here in his big red chair, and he's just laughing with glee, because he loves all this analytical data stuff. But he also said one thing: it's the viewer. It's the data, but it's also the viewer. YouTube is looking for the viewer. And what does the viewer want? And their AI machine is trying to match you up with the people who like to view what you're offering on your channel. So, but he talked about taking that oldest video that you found over here in day 2, the oldest top 10 video, and analyzing it in terms of the comments, who's viewing it, what gender are they, where are your views coming from, looking at the traffic, identify the patterns that are happening. He's talking about continuity and traffic and momentum. So what he wants you to do is take that old video and develop that, and hold on to that idea and build on it. And he's suggesting doing another video, perhaps a remake of the same thing, or another video that would build on it. So I do have an idea. I did go out there. I analyzed it. I looked at the comments. What I found very interesting, that I was getting most of my views in that 90-day period from suggestions. And suggestions is when you're looking at a video and you see all these videos, either to the right or the left or underneath of it if you're mobile, and you go click on that. Well, most of mine came from a channel that I didn't even know about. And it wasn't that the person doing this video, they weren't recommending me, but the AI machine, the YouTube's AI machine says, oh, look, Mary's doing the same thing as this person. So if you're watching this person, you might be interested in Mary's too. And all my traffic, the highest amount of my traffic to this video in the last 90 days came from a channel with almost 100,000 subscribers that I didn't even know about. I found that very interesting. So, and I did generate an idea. I got an idea of a video to expand on. The hint was how to remove the backing of labels, like if you have a big sheet of label paper and you know how they put a backing on there. And sometimes that backing is a little bit hard to get off. So my video was on how to quickly get that backing off rather than having to pry it and pull at it and all of that. So yeah, I enjoyed challenge 3, but I still have an in progress here because I still need to build my video. Now challenge 4, can you see Derral's thumb here? He's going. And of course, challenge 4 was on thumbnails, developing thumbnails. Now I've been working on my thumbnails since January. And I wouldn't say that my thumbnails are the greatest in the world, have been the greatest over the past years. I've had a lot of different attitudes toward thumbnails. No, we'll not go into the history of my attitude toward them. But since January, I've been following this format where I have Penelope, my pincushion doll, and I have her sketched. In fact, this was a stamp I have, and I kind of use her as my channel mascot. And but what I didn't like about that is she's looking off of the edge. Her eyes go off of the edge of the thumbnail. Her eyes look off over this way, and all my artwork of the thumbnail was over here. It's like she's turning her back on my artwork. I don't know. I had to change that. And so I picked the 3-panel approach that Derral suggested in his discussion on thumbnails. And what I did was I shortened up my sketch here of Penelope and put her down in here, and she's actually looking up at my artwork instead of turning my back on it or turning her back on it. And then my channel name was written in a vertical format, so you'd have to turn your head to read it. And over here, when I improved on it, I put my channel name in a horizontal format over in this first panel. Then my second panel has the title of the video, and my third panel has the artwork of whatever that video. It could be words or artwork or whatever was going on in that video. The visual part of it is in the third panel. So I was very happy with how this developed, whether it'll get more views or not. That really, you know, I would love more views. I'm not against it, but my goal was more to standardize and get a standard format that I'm happy with, that makes sense to me. And I think I accomplished that. And there was a discussion in his video about everybody showing their faces on thumbnails, or a face and a weird expression like a big surprise or sticking their tongue out or whatever's going on at the time. They're doing these really, really outlandish, I call them, visual expressions on there. And they're doing that to get clicks. And they do get clicks. They get, and he discussed other things, but this deal about, I'm not ready to put my my granny hair bun up on every format of my video yet. I'd rather put Penelope there. I think she's an antique. She deserves to be on my thumbnails. So, and my artwork, my channel is about my artwork. So that's what I want my thumbnails to be. And also, I think 5 years from now, all of this, what's in now, what's the fad now, may not you know, we may look at 5 years from now and go, oh, look at those outlandish, weird thumbnails. So I want mine to be a little bit more standard so that when you look at the thumbnail, you'll have, as you scroll down, you'll see sort of a standard format of each thumbnail going down the stream. That's my thought on thumbnail. So I gave myself a gold star to complete, and that was the end of challenge 4. So I've had my virtual meeting with Derral here in my head, like, what would he say to me? What would we discuss? What would I say back to him? And in summary, here he is. He's got his gold YouTube play buttons hanging on his wall. He's sitting in his red chair and he's waving at me. He says, see ya in a few. And here's the summary, and here's the chair I was sitting in. I call this my squeaky chair because if you listen to my videos a lot, you'll know I sit in a very squeaky chair. And I'm gotten up and I'm walking away and I'm holding this armful of things that I need to get done. All my assignments. And here I got papers flying and data flying in the air. And here's a sheet here and a sheet there. And Derral's sitting over here as happy as he can be. But I am enjoying the challenge. I'm enjoying this 30-day challenge a lot, and I'm really looking forward to what he has to say about live streaming. One of the questions I did go to the live stream on challenge 3, and he had a question and answer period. And I dropped in a question, but, you know, it just did not get recognized. There were like 400, 500, 600 people out there asking questions, and mine just scrolled on by. But he had mentioned about live streaming. YouTube has a different algorithm that it applies to live streams than it does uploads. And so far, he's only been discussing videos that have been uploaded. And I'm at the point where I don't do much of that anymore. It's a lot of work for too few views. And so I've been doing a lot of live streaming, and that's where I'm at now. And I'm looking forward in the rest of the assignment to hearing what he says about live streaming. So thank you, Derral, and thank you for meeting with me in my head and listening to my goal. He says, be sure you tag me on social media. So here's your tag. And thank you. For anybody listening to this, you are my virtual accountability partners. We'll come back when the challenge is over with, and we'll review how I've done on the ones I have in progress and the next few challenges that he's going to present in the next few weeks. So thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this summary, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye for now.